Hey everybody, welcome back to Area 51. Welcome back to Forgotten Figures episode number 27. And today we're starting on a bigger, wider screen because I got some big stuff to show you. Now, I only found one of these, but because I have actually two of these like this, and then I just thought I'd put this master grade one here. Now this, of course, is Grimlock. Now this is the one that I found right here, this one here in the crouched position. I have two of these that look like this, but what's always been missing on these guys is the tail. Now this is almost a complete one right here. I'm going to do a bit of a review on him later. There should be a sword that goes in here, and it's the one thing I'll be looking for. And there should be an Optimus Prime that kind of rides in this part right here. And I'll show you that later when we do that. Now this is a very cool piece. I'll get this out of the way, but this is what he looks like when he is transformed. Very easy transformation. On the back you've got put him right there. On the back here you've got a handle, and when you move him around, see, and they call this the stomp and chomp. And if you bring him back up here, he makes that noise. And then to transform him, you simply go like so. And then you press this, and it just says Grimlock. And what you're pressing up here is just the top of his mouth. And that's what he looks like transforming. Like I said, there should be a sword here, but there isn't. But I prefer to leave him in this one here. And then of course when you put him down here, he makes that noise and off he goes. But very cool, he lights all up. This one does not work, but this one does. And this one has no, this is just a master grade I found. Like I have two like this, but very happy to have found this guy. So that's why we kind of have the wide screen here, because this guy is so darn big that I couldn't not show it to you this way, because it would just wouldn't fit in the screen. So what we're going to do is now we are going to get on to the weekly, well actually no, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. I've got some comics to show you, and then I've got the Forgotten Figures to show you. We'll go to the street scenes. And I do believe I have one new boxed figure to show you out of the whole works. But we'll go to the comics. Let's get the comics done and get those under. I didn't get a lot, but I found some finally at Value Village. And let's go to that. Let's go. So these are books that I found at my favorite secondhand store, and there's not a lot of them, but this is a sampler copy. This is the DC Black Label Joe Hill Hill House Sampler 2019, and basically it shows you the books that are coming in this series. And again, this is from 2019. That's what it looks like. That's all I can tell you. From 2008, the cover is by a guy named Chan and Florenza. It is Avengers, 64 pages, Marvel 2-in-1, The Avengers. I don't see a number or anything like that, but there you go. Then this one I picked up. This is from 1981. John Buscema is your cover artist, and this is Raiders of the Lost Ark, #1. I picked this one up because my copy is horrific. This one is actually in really great shape. I would say this is high 8s, maybe low 9s. It's in exceptionally good shape. Very happy to have found it, and that's what I like about this sometimes, is you're able to upgrade your books by finding these. I mean, this isn't to knock your socks off, but my other one is completely horrific, and this is so much nicer. From 1994, Tom Lyle is your cover artist, and this is Spider-Man #44, beginning a new era of greatness for Spider-Man. Anniversary Syndrome. So there's Spider-Man. I kind of got the big McFarlane eyes. I like the look of this Spider-Man. And then I found this from 1976. John Romita Jr. is your cover artist, and it is Marvel Tales starring Spider-Man, #72. A little rough. This one could stand a press and a clean. I've kind of cleaned it a little bit, but I think it got wet up in here at some point in time. So it is a little rough. I'm not going to lie about it. But we'll pull it out of there. But again, it's used. I mean, this is what happens when you buy used stuff. 1974, Gil Kane is your cover artist. The Amazing Spider-Man #138, Madness Means the Mind Worm. I really like this cover. It's a lot going on. It's got a little bit of a, somebody must have put something sticky down on it, and it kind of almost looks like a cover tear when you get your tape from your bag caught on there. So other than that, I really like the look of that. I showed this one on my Instagram, 1982, John Romita Jr. again. This is The Amazing Spider-Man number 225, and of course that's the Fool Killer on the front. I was a huge Fool Killer fan when I was a kid, and I saw this one and I grabbed it up. I love the yellow background, and I love the Fool Killer character. So this has the 60 UK and the 20p. So I think this was a release in Britain. I don't think it was a North American release, because everything is, well, it's 60 cents. Sorry, my mistake, but 20p. So. And then the last book from 1987, number 303. This is, the cover is by Al Milgrom, and this is The Amazing Spider-Man, number 292, The Spider Slayer. And it looks pretty good. Looks like he's in his black outfit here. Looks pretty cool. But that is all I've got for the comics I picked up, and actually that's pretty good considering the last 5 visits there have garnered me nothing. So I'm very happy to, and they've started pricing their comics at a decent price, whereas before they were completely insane. So let's go to the street scenes and see what we got for used figures. So let's go. Now the first thing that we're going to look at is a new pickup, and I only had one thing that I picked up, so usually I show this at the beginning of my new pickups, and of course this is the Mortal Kombat 11 Baraka, Tartakan Beefcake as he's called down here, Tarkadian Beefcake. There he is. This goes with the Mortal Kombat line, which I've just about completed. I showed you the Spawn last time. Now they had the katana there, but I was a little put off on the katana. The face sculpt is horrific on her. I don't know. I'm going to have to warm up to the katana. I'm not sure I'm going to pick her up, but I mean, to complete the set I probably will. But I was very surprised at how bad the face sculpt was, but this is one I've been looking forward to. I think he looks absolutely amazing. We will do an out-of-box review on Baraka here. I'll take him out of the box because I've got all the rest out of the box, so we'll do that another time. So I'm just going to move him out of the way, put him up here. One thing I did come across, which was very cool for me, being a Star Wars guy, was this Star Wars Episode 1. This is the Comtech, electronic Comtech, and that's where if you have the chip on the stand of these guys, you put it on here and put the battery in, and it picks up the sound bite on the chip, and off it goes. This is still in box. It's rough, but you know, it's still in box. I think it looks very cool. I was toying on taking it out, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to leave it in. Looks very cool. I'm pretty sure it works. I don't know if it doesn't, but to be able to find that in box, pretty good deal for me. So very happy to have found that. Secondhand buy. Boy, you gotta love the secondhand buys. So let's move on to the figures that we are going to have. Now, one of the figures that I saw in a bag, and I wasn't 100% sure on that, was this guy right here. So I came across this guy in a bag with another figure, and I didn't want the other figure that was in the bag, but I saw this and I thought, boy, does that ever look like a TMNT figure? And I didn't know it. Like, again, I need to really work on my TMNT. Anyways, this is a 2014 Neutralizer, and Newt as in N-E-W-T, Neutralizer, and there he is. And if you look at his markings here, it is kind of a skull face. Looks very cool. So I wasn't 100% sure if this was a TMNT guy, but it is, and I'm glad I grabbed him. He's a little loose, but he's all there, and I'm glad I grabbed him up because I was about to leave him. I think the only thing that's missing is his weapon, but other than that, he's all there, and he wasn't too hard played with, so very happy to have found this guy. So let's move on to the next one. I'm not sure what year this is. This is a Uni and Amblin combination dinosaur Jurassic World. So this obviously is a play set. If you look at it this way, it is one of the dinosaurs, and you can see the JW over here, Jurassic World. I'm not really sure about this line or anything about it, and the only reason I picked it up is because of the JW. I'm sure this was in a playset of some sort because it really looks like a playset item, and just grabbed him up. I don't know if I'll be keeping this guy. I just might let him go or trade him off or something, but not really sure about this line. I just know it's a Jurassic World product. So now, if you're an Instagram follower of mine, you will recognize this guy. I put him up the other day. This is the 2016 TMNT Donatello as Undertaker. and he looks very cool. I knew right away what this was when I saw it in the bag. Some kid was saying, "Oh, look, Mummy, it's a cowboy turtle." It's not. I knew right away when I saw it what it was, and I grabbed that bag up as soon as he was by it. I gave him the ability to grab it first, but he didn't, so I did. So I'm kind of hoping the rest of the series will show up there. If not, I'm very happy to have this one, and I think he looks absolutely cool. And like I say, he was on my Instagram, so if you want a better picture of him, he is on my Instagram. So let's move on to the next one. Full disclosure, I am not a Power Ranger fan. My daughter watched Power Rangers a little bit when she was younger, but not very much, so I am not a Power Ranger fan. This is from 2016. This is a Power Ranger. This is called the Morphin Grid Red Ranger, and he does have a little button here, and if you push him, he lights up. And he kind of strobes there a little bit, and I think that looks cool. Usually half the time when you get these, the batteries are completely dead and they don't work, but he's all there as far as I know what he came with, and he does glow, and basically that's about it. There's the battery compartment right there. But again, full disclosure, not a humongous Power Ranger fan, just not. So let's move on to the next one. This area, as I've said before, is really loaded with TMNT figures. I very rarely ever go to this store and not get a bag of TMNT, guys. And this is no exception. This is the 2016 Viacom TMNT. This is the Secret of the Ooze Raphael, and he's missing his... You should have a set of size in here that would fit into his hands here. You can, so that won't be hard for me to find. I'm sure if I go through my parts box, I will find these. But he looks really good. He's in excellent shape, considering he probably was played with. But he looks really good. So this is the Secret of the Ooze Raphael. So let's put him over here. Oh, don't fall over. So looks good. So I got another turtle I'm going to show you. So let me go get him. Like I say, there's always turtles that show up here. And this is from 2016. This is the TMNT Transforming Raphael. And what I mean transforming is the shell pops down and he can actually turn, this head pops around and he actually looks like a real turtle. You can get him down on all fours and everything else like that. It's a little hard to change over, but those of you who are TMNT fans know exactly what I'm talking about. But like I say, he's all here, and his legs and everything are tucked away in this shell, and he looks good when he transforms, but it takes a little while to transform it. But there he is there. So let's put him and you guys thought you might get away without seeing a wrestling figure. Well, you don't win. Surprise! Here's one. I am actually finding a lot of these wrestling figures these days. Pretty much every time I go, I find one or two, and I'm very happy about it. Took me a while to figure out who this was, because at first I thought this was John Cena, and it's not. It's vintage 2003 Jakks Pacific. This is a guy named Paul London, and I'm sure Eric the Hoosier Nerd knows exactly who this is. I haven't got a clue, but I really thought this was John Cena. I was just going to mark down, oh yeah, it's on the bottom, it says 2013 John Cena. And then I started looking at the John Cena images, and I didn't see anything like this, and this is a guy named Paul London. Did not know that. So there you go. Like I say, not a huge pile of stuff to show you this time, but still something to show you. So let's do an overview and close out, and we'll call it a day. So hold on. So there you go, guys. It's a small one. It's not a big one this time. Being retired, I don't go hunting as much as I used to, because I've got so many other things that I'm involved in that I just don't get there. But this is what I got this time for episode 27. Really like this Grimlock. I think he looks absolutely amazing. I probably will do a little bit more in-depth look at him. And let me know what your favorite one was. My favorite one, of course, is going to be the Undertaker turtle. I think he looks the best. Pretty amazing to see that. And finally glad to find some comics. That has been a while happening. So anyways, thank you for stopping by. Stop by and see my Instagram. I'll put the name of it under here somewhere. I always forget what it is, but I'll put it here. Subscribe, hit the bell if you haven't. Let me know what you guys are collecting. Let me know if you're going after secondary market or if you're collecting new stuff, and really enjoying the figures these days. Pretty much what I'm doing full time, and can hardly wait to get out and find some more. So anyways, thank you all. Thank you everybody for watching. Leave a comment below. Let me know how your day is going, and we will catch you guys all on the next one. Area 51 says, see you later. Bye-bye.